Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. A hunter's instinct. Hey, straight up, in the game of man gets woman, it's never have been, and people I think have realized it's not just a matter of you get a job and you had this social standing and all of this stuff. When it comes down to it, we're in a sexual jungle. And a man has to have a killer instinct if he wants to kill any prey, in this case, get sex. It's just that fucking simple. You know, and I see a lot of stuff from some guys out here, and you know, you got guys who either complaining or they're withdrawing from the game or whatever. But the bottom line is, even the guys who like actively, they still trying to get women, but they having trouble. More so than, you know, how much you hit the gym, more so than any looks that you blessed with, more so than how much money you got or where you live, whatever your status is. The bottom line is you got to have a killer instinct, and you got to be able to close that deal. You got to be able to kill that prey. You got to be able to slay that woman. You know, that's why they'll use the term lady killer, you know. You gotta be, as a woman told me one time when she was I was on a work situation. You know, this woman told me, she said, "Rom, you should be arrested." I said, "For what? How many of these hearts you done like killed around here?" It's like, okay, shoot. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta have that instinct, because you know we talk a lot about these women out here who are cheating on a man or, you know, doing some bad shit to a man. You know what? I'm going to tell you what with women. Women are utterly ruthless when it comes to getting what they want. A woman, I'm going to tell you what. Because you even have some little subcultures like emerging now, particularly dealing with something like polyamory, where you have a bunch of women. And I'm saying a bunch of women, they trying to get it to the point they can get that guy who's going to support them, pay the bills, all that stuff, be a community eunuch or whatever, and still fuck that dude that really turns them on. And they trying to have their cake and eat it too. And they cold-blooded, because understand the nature of a woman. The woman's purpose is to bring in the next generation of humanity and to bring the best genes in. And the guy, they want to give birth to the children who are most likely to survive to pass their genes on at a basic level. That's at a deep level. Even if a woman don't like thinking otherwise, that's her instinct, and she's ruthless about doing that. But see, you get a lot of men don't understand that. A lot of men, and that's why they non-select dudes. That's why they beta dudes. They don't seem to get that one point. And if they want to be selective, they want to be alpha, they're going to have that killer instinct, because it's not easy. Like, you got a lot of men out here, they want that very attractive woman. They want that dime or something. Look, you can't be a nice guy and do it. You got to have a little asshole in you, a little jerk in you. And the reason why, because you got to have the mentality like, no, I'm going to beat out other guys, because part of it ain't just about the women. You're competing. If you got a fine ass woman, you got a big fat booty woman or big breast woman or beautiful, whatever, tall, slim, whatever, black, white, Eskimo, Martian, whatever. If that woman is attractive, other men gonna want to get with her. You gonna have to beat out other men. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. And you got to be the one to say, you know what? I know these other women, or I know these other men rather, are checking out this woman, this fine ass woman. I know about 100 dudes in this place gonna holler at her, but I want her so bad I'm beating them all out. And this is a story I told before, but I always remember this because it was a perfect illustration. We went to a party one time. It was 9 fine ass women, about 30 dudes, 20, 30 dudes, something like that. I ain't really care. And, you know, this is one of those house parties, you know, we up there, you know, doing some drinking, mostly dancing and everything. Most of the night I had 2 women sandwiching me. I ain't had to share because I was just that ruthless. I ain't give a fuck. In fact, I'm going to tell you what, this is something personal with me. I don't even like messing with a woman unless I think some other dude's trying to get at her. I really don't. I love sexual competition. Because I'm going to do what I can. If I look at a woman and say I want to get with her, I'm ruthless about it. Because I don't mind competition. Because look, you get out here and you can't be soft about it. You can't be sentimental. You can't appeal to a woman rationally about it. You can't be like, look at a woman like she thinks she's going to be rational about who she going to pick. And that's one mistake out here. That's why I'm like trying to shy away from those videos, like putting it all on the women. Yeah, I'm going to call them out on some stuff, but at the same time, they're going to do what they're going to do. And men, we're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to adjust to it. I ain't going to get mad at them for following their nature. And their nature is get the best genes. And part of the way they see it, they seeing who's the most ruthless, who want them. I've known women, they get a guy who's a little too soft about it, too nice about it. They like, man, I don't want him. Shoot, they want that wolf. Even if they choose the man, when they choose the man, they still expect him to make the move. They still expect him to pick up on it and do the thing. And yeah, when I talk about stuff, I don't be theorizing on talking about. I talk about stuff like I recently talked about a video about rejection, and I've been rejected. That's how I know shit. But I learned from that shit. I remember I went over met this woman, right? And she was fine. She had a killer body, everything, right? But I was doing that little passive shit. This was in like, even though I knew a lot, I was still learning young, right? It was like early 20s and stuff, right? And I was still learning some nuances, despite what it's funny. I always talk about people telling me all this stuff since I was little, but you ultimately, when you hear stuff, sometimes you still got to go through it. We hard-headed. People are hard-headed, but honestly, that's the best way to do it. You hear it and then you go through it. But anyway, right? Well, there was this woman, I'm over her place and I'm sitting there chilling. I'm just sitting there. I'm halfway waiting for her to do something. And she was just doing her little stuff. I'm looking back. I said, damn, she wanted me to just take that pussy. But I didn't do it. I'm being a perfect gentleman and all that. One time she came over. She sat on my lap, gave me a kiss on my lips, right? And then looked at me. And she said, Rom, you know what? We can just be friends. We can be buddies. And then looking back at it, I was like, because I even talked to one of my boys about it. He said, man, because she was from the island. She said, man, you got to be grabbing those women, man. You can't be soft with them. But I learned that, and that's how it is. That's how it is. You got too many guys out here, they want to be soft about it. Or they expect a woman just to come to them and all of that. Just, you got to have a kind of roughness to you. Shoot, you got to have a killer instinct. There's a certain point in you. They got to look at that woman like a lion looks at an antelope. And I know some women ain't going to get mad because a lot of women, they'll say it privately. They say, man, these guys, they ain't aggressive enough. Or they'll meet a dude feeling them and they're like, look, I'm waiting for him. He got to make the move. And I get some guys, they say, well, you know what? They still got to make it obvious. But you know what? What has to happen, the way it's supposed to happen, the woman, she's supposed to look her best and draw you to her. That's really what it's supposed to be. When I say a woman chooses a man, that means she's trying to draw your attention. She's trying to seduce you. So, when I look around, I'm just like, okay, who's trying to seduce me? And then when it's time to make that move, boom. Sometimes, even if they don't choose. I got a good friend now, talk to her a lot. She know it too, because I tell her all the time. I can't be around her. People in my brotherhood know who I'm talking about, right? Because I showed a picture. Look, I was like, God damn. I just walked over to her. I said, fuck it. And you got to kill her. She knows what's up. She know what's up, because sometimes you got to be bold about it and everything, but you got to have that killer instinct, not just to get her, but you know what, just, you got to know that there's competition for, if you fucking that fine ass woman, there's somebody, that mean you there and somebody else ain't there. And you got to think that way. There's about 15 other dudes who try and get with that, who want to be in your same position. And you can't be nice about it. You gotta be like, oh well. Cause like, don't get it twisted. I'm trying to teach people out here. I'm trying to share some shit. But if it's me and you and I want that fat ass woman and you want her, hey, dude, the only way that you gonna beat me out is if I don't want her that badly. And I'm saying, well, nah, her ass ain't that fat. You can have her. But if I'm looking at that woman, she get my dick hard. Shit. I don't give a fuck. Hey, be one of my boys or something. I was like, hey, to the victor goes the spoils. And I've had dudes like that. They beat me out to some women. We just said, okay, we were just ruthless. We ain't talk down to each other. We just said, you know what? We both gonna shoot our jumper. Whoever get it. And we were cool with it. But it was never a case of, oh yeah, I'm gonna let you have her because we're good friends. Or I'm gonna sit back. Nah, shit. You know, one of my mentors would say, nothing lives unless something dies. That's the way of nature. That shit. If a woman gonna pop out your babies, that means she ain't popping them out for somebody else. I even said that too. I told my ex-wife that. I was like, shit, because there were a lot of dudes trying to get her like to have their babies and whatnot. A lot of dudes still coming at her and stuff. Yet she wanted my motherfucking genes. I'm like, yeah. Because that's what it's about. The hunter's instinct. You got to make that kill. You got to be ready to compete. That's the bottom line. You're going to compete. That's why, you know what? There's a lot of dudes out here complaining about women going for bums, complaining about women going for thugs or whatever. And I've said this. I say, shit, fuck a thug. If I want that woman, I'm beating out the thug. You know? I said that about that model dude, Jeremy Meeks. And I actually said that. Some people said, nah, Rom, he probably. I was like, hell no. If I'm going in a room full of some women, I'm beating his ass. And not like, you know, physically fighting them. But I mean, just in terms of I want whoever I want in there, I'm getting. Even if, and I will compete with them. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm a 52-year-old man. I don't give a fuck. If I want that ass, I'm getting it. But you gotta have that mentality though. And I ain't saying you always gonna get it. And let's just be real. You gonna lose out. Sometimes, hey, you gonna fire that gun, shoot that arrow, you know. Launch yourself in the air with the big old knife, and you gonna miss. Hey, look, that's why you learn to handle rejection. The shit ain't gonna go for it. But you know what? My thing is, I go to sleep peacefully knowing I at least tried. I at least shot the jumper, you know? Because that's part of the game. You gotta accept that. Somebody else gonna be just more thorough in her eyes. And that's cool. And I've actually known some dudes, like I said, competed with some dudes like that. It was just like, okay, shoot that jump. I ain't need to put him down. We're going to let her make that choice. But I'm still going to go for it. Shit. I'm going to tell you what, I ain't going to let fear, anything like that, stop me from getting that pleasure. And I see that woman, I'm looking at her, she got, you know, fine as shit. Especially some of these women out here got a little sense and stuff. They know how to be sexy and stuff. Wearing that body right, got that body perfume, body looking all right and juicy and stuff. The fuck I'm gonna be scared and shit. Or complaining. And I don't give a fuck. She could be hollering at a thug. I'd be like, alright, shit. And I ain't gonna lie, in my grimier days, I'd have said, fuck it, even if she was with somebody. Was it right? No, but I just didn't give a fuck. I just give a fuck more now. You know, shit. And the only reason really is just I'm just more focused on making money now. But shit, you gotta have that. And not even just for women, really. You gotta have a killer instinct going through life, man. If you a salesman, you can't be all nice and, you know, talking about, oh, well, you know, this person didn't say they got money or anything about this. I'm like, shit, let me open this credit account for you. You know, we gonna figure out something. You know, if I gotta eat, I gotta eat. You know, just going through life. If you say, look, that little badass car you want or that little fly apartment or house or something, somebody else going for it. You gotta be the one to say, I'm gonna get it. You gotta have that mentality. Like I say, you ain't gonna win every single time, but you gotta go in like hard. That's in any life and period. Like I said, it's bigger than just women, just life period. You gotta have that killer instinct. You gotta have that hunter instinct, you know. Nothing lives unless something dies. Kill or be killed. Survival of the fittest. So anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.